What's going on, Aces? Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you are enjoying your 4th of July weekend. It's beautiful where I am. The birds are chirping and folks are out barbecuing. So I hope that you are having a wonderful Saturday. So let's go ahead and get into this story. Shirley Strawberry, her husband, Ernest, or as he likes to be known, Ernesto Williams, has been arrested on multiple charges. So, as you guys may be familiar with Shirley Strawberry, she is a co-host and a co-anchor on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, where she gives advice, particularly to women in regards to relationships. And her husband, he could have taken some of that advice. So before he got arrested, he was doing pretty well for himself. He had his own barbershop. It was a 24-hour barbershop that had VIP clients. And he also owned a security company where he provided unarmed security to whoever may need it. But last October is when he got into some big trouble. So it says the Roswell police have arrested 2 people in connection to a $1 million business scheme. Investigators say that 57-year-old Ernest Williams and 46-year-old Erika King convinced people to pay them for their business expertise. They would align themselves with their victims with promises to be able to grow their brands, their missions, their life goals, their social media followings. Police say that Williams and King acted the part and people paid good money for their services. However, investigators say that they never provided any services and it was all a scam. We know more than a dozen victims and over $1 million in monetary and property loss, said Officer Tim Lipo. Oh, that's horrible. Roswell detectives first began looking into Williams and King in June regarding a case of rental fraud at a property on the 900 block of Pine Grove Road. Once detectives started looking into their financial transactions, it led them into the extensive business scheme. Williams and King both have multiple charges of fraud, forgery, and theft against them. Police says that Ernest Williams also goes by Nesto, and then Erika King also goes by Erika Hughley or Erika Hughley Rothschild. So, once the detectives start digging and start investigating, they also find that the 8,500 square foot home that he shared with Shirley Strawberry, that they were behind on their rent. So they're being sued by their rental company, Realty One, and they have not paid the rent for several months. The past due rent amount was $39,000 for the months of April, May, June, July, and August of 2022. So what Shirley did to protect herself was she owned a house in Los Angeles. And so she did a non-arm's length transaction. So with that deed, she actually took her husband's name off of the deed and just left her name on it and protected herself, which is smart. But I feel like, if you're married to somebody who is that shady and does that, shady and fraudulent things, that you have to take his name off of a deed and protect yourself, you got to wonder, what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, should she be really giving relationship advice to anyone other than maybe her husband? That's just my thoughts. But it goes on to say that Ernest Levert Williams Jr. Was arrested he was charged with a felony of theft by deception on June 4th of 2022. And I did a little bit of research. He's done quite a bit. Like, he has had multiple felonies in his past. And nobody's perfect, right? I mean, but he has conspiracy to commit a felony, 5 different charges on February 1st, 2021. In addition to theft charges in 2020. So there was one count of theft by taking, which is a felony, one count of operation of a credit repair service business. That was also in 2020. These are all July 24th. And then theft by deception, which is a felony. And that was also in 2020. So in 2020, during the pandemic, and I mean, scams and schemes were at the height of, of the pandemic, pretty much, because everyone was getting stimulus money, and well, not everybody, but a lot of people were. The PPP loans were being forgiven by a lot of folks that didn't need them, but that's just my opinion. Particularly those rich government officials that keep trying to dog out students who want their loans forgiven, but they got high six figure PPP loans forgiven. But Ernest Williams, he has a very checkered past. Now, the fraud and, the theft, those things were years ago, but this latest arrest is really disturbing. Okay. So he was picked up for having lewd pictures, CP, that, and he's ordered to stay away from anyone under the age of 18, particularly, Shirley Strawberry's daughter. And he's also ordered to stay away from animals. Y'all leave the animals. Leave the animals alone. Okay. Yeah. So these are 5 counts, and these are pictures, depictions that are illegal. So right here, the court document says you are not to have any contact directly or indirectly with the victim, the victim's family, professional. There's 11 victims here under the age of 18 that's listed. It says including the victim's workplace, church, home, or daycare. If you encounter the victim, you must leave immediately. It says other conditions: no contact with any animals, no social media, no internet usage, no one under the age of 18. You cannot leave Fulton County. You must surrender your passport to your attorney, no drugs without a valid prescription, alcohol, weapons, et cetera, right? And he also, was saying that he was going to possibly stay in his boss's home in Abu Dhabi, which he's referring to Steve Harvey. Now, here's an affidavit I'm going to read to you from Shirley Strawberry that she wrote for the court. She says, "My name is Shirley Strawberry." She says, "I'm over 21 years of age and I reside in Fulton County. I'm the wife of the defendant. My husband is listed as the defendant. I am told, or have been told, that in one or more cases pending, I have been identified as either the victim of his or the witness, and I respond that I am neither." So pretty much within this letter, she's standing by her man. However, after all of these things come out and there's supposed to be more charges in the future, I don't know. I don't know if she's going to, be that ride or die, but we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Y'all let me know in the comments your thoughts on what is going on with Shirley Strawberry and her husband. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're new here, and I will talk to you later. Take care, Aces. Bye.